We also heard that maybe Josh McDaniels wasn't going to Indianapolis.
There's something weird going on there, and I think he still may go, but being in the Super Bowl city for the whole week, you see a bunch of different people, you talk to a bunch of different people, and you start to pick up some weird vibes. And it was a week ago Tuesday that I started to get a sense that maybe this McDaniels thing isn't as done of a deal as and, you know, they'll tell you all the time, it's not a done deal until it's really a done deal. So he could back out if he wanted to. I mean, nothing's official yet. And I started to poke around like, well, where does this really stand? And I was told at one point that Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, has essentially made it clear that he's leaving to coach the Lions. But Josh McDaniels hasn't told the Patriots he's leaving. So, well, what would it take for him to stay? And I think that one theory is he's angling for a commitment that he would replace Bill Belichick, but I don't think the Patriots are going to give him that because things can change. And nobody knows how long Belichick's going to coach. Robert Kraft told me back in March he wants him to coach into his 80s. So who knows what kind of a commitment they'd be making, 5-year, 7-year, 10-year. So I don't know where this all goes, but there is a weird vibe. And I think there's a combination, Dan, of maybe the Colts not being 100% comfortable with McDaniels because they had to sell Irsay on it, but it's more importantly, McDaniels not being 100% comfortable with the Colts and not being comfortable with working for Jim Irsay and not ready to make that leap because he's already had a failed head coaching job. When you go for the second one, you better get it right.
But also, you have to, you know, factor in Belichick and how long he wants to do this. Now, I didn't know if there was a scenario where if the Patriots had won last night, that Bill Belichick rides off into the sunset.
But what's he going to do? That's the thing. It's his lifestyle. He's built this infrastructure where everything is set. It's just his routine. What would Bill Belichick do if he wasn't coaching football?
He'd be like a defensive line coach at Navy or something.
Lacrosse. He'd probably coach lacrosse somewhere.
His daughter coaches lacrosse.
Yeah, I can't imagine him finding the fulfillment. And it's almost like with Nick Saban. You climb to the top of the mountain, and then you go back to the bottom, and you climb the same mountain again, and you go back to the bottom. But once you climb it that many times that you set the bar so far out there that no one's ever going to come close to it, I think that's what drives these guys.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.